What's going on, guys? Welcome. I'm going to keep this short and simple. Today, I'm going to be talking about Valorant coaching on a personal level. A lot of people have been asking me about this in my Twitch stream, Discord, Twitter, whatever. I'm sure that you have seen it on your timeline as well. It's something that I want to cover, and I want to try to educate and help people understand how coaching works, what you should do, stuff like that. So, I have some stuff that we're going to go over today, some tweets, some websites, and I'm going to show you right here. Okay, so first things first. We're going to talk about someone named OD26. To my knowledge, this is the most popular Valorant coach. He has done very well in his marketing department. He advertises himself a lot and he puts himself everywhere on Twitch, on TikTok, on Twitter, and everybody kind of knows him as a Valorant coach. So I want to go in here and I'm going to show you guys, he talks about here how much money he makes. So he says that he works around 4 hours a day at $70 an hour, and he usually has 100 sessions booked, and he works 7 days a week. So that's going to result in $8,400 a month. On top of that, he gets bonuses, which I'm guessing are from the Metasfy website and maybe tips that he gets from that website. On top of that, he will occasionally stream doing coaching, and I think he plays ranked as well. So that's an extra $1,500, so that's $11,000 a month. Right now, he's saying that he's opening up more scheduling and putting more time into coaching, so he'll even make even more money. So what you need to understand about this is he isn't scamming people. He is making a shitload of money doing this. What I want to highlight here is how many people are booking and the price that they're booking at. And I'm going to do it in comparison to where I started a very long time ago. Before Metasfy and Pro Guides were really involved in Valorant, I did my own coaching just off my own computer. I didn't have a website. I didn't have anything. I literally typed up a Google Doc. I said the coaching I provide, and I basically charged $15 an hour for that coaching. At the time, I wasn't a really high profile player, and I'm not trying to say that I am now, but I've definitely improved a lot and I've accomplished a lot since that time. And I slowly increased my prices, and the highest I went was about $40 an hour for coaching, because that's what I personally felt was worth it. And on top of that, I didn't do textbook coaching. Coaching in this game is done by a lot of people who create content and they use the coaching as content. I'm sure you've seen a stream where someone is literally watching a Discord call with their mic muted, talking to their chat, and when the guy dies that is getting coached, he says, yeah, you could have done this. All right, do this round." And then he goes back to, talking to his chat. Coaching is very content-based. So I wanted to compare those two numbers real quick, and I want to also show here the coach of version 1, Imi. He says, "Do you actually earn more money coaching people to go up ranks and coaching a professional team asking for a friend?" In all seriousness, yes, it is possible. The ceiling is very limitless per se, depending on how you present yourself and how many people are looking to get coaching from you specifically. Again, OD26 has done a really good job because he's popularized the fact that he is a coach. He always talks about how he improves people and he ranks people up. And what you need to understand if you're a pro player or an aspiring pro player and you're going to try to make fun of OD26 or anybody else who's a coach, what you need to understand is that people will buy a service for something that they want. It's that simple. It's simply that simple. If there is a service available and they want to get a higher rank, they will buy it. Think about it just in the real world. If you have to do 8 hours of yard work and you don't have that time, maybe you call a lawn care company. If you need a new roof, I don't think you have the ability to completely redo your roof on your house, so you call a roofing company, right? It's the same exact thing, just in Valorant. If somebody who has a 9 to 5 job, a family, friends, whatever, if they are looking to get better at a game that they play casually and they want to pay the money, they are allowed to do that. That's how that works. And before I continue to go on, I want to talk about his prices. His live sessions and his replay reviews are at $70 an hour. Again, this isn't a scam. This is just a simple situation of supply and demand, okay? OD26 has a lot of people who want to coach or that he has a lot of people that want them to coach, right? They want him to be their coach. So what he's going to do is he's going to increase his price because of the amount of volume of people. If he started off doing this coaching thing at $100 an hour, he probably would have quit a while ago, but he probably started low and he's now high. Kind of how I did it. I started at $15 an hour and I capped out around 40 because when I play pro Valorant and I do full-time streaming and I have my family, my girlfriend, my friends, I have to manage my time properly. So what he's doing is he's making sure he is getting the money worth for that time. That is how that trade-off works, okay? You can't just charge dirt cheap, you know what I mean? $10 a session. That's not how that works. You have to he could probably turn his stream on and make more money than a session if it isn't that high. But again, it's at 70, so he's making sure that the amount of time that he's putting in, he's getting the money out for it. Now, what I want to go into here is this thing on Metafy, this is a coaching website, his achievements. So he says here that he's a 4-time Radiant, and in Overwatch he was a top 15 DPS player. So this is where I'm going to go into about the educational part of coaching. I'm using OD26 as an example. I'm also going to show you guys another person. I don't mean to slight them. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest and transparent. OD26 will probably give you a lot of gimmicky tips and tricks to get around things. Buying an op, playing the man advantage, lurking, using your microphone effectively, how to communicate. And all of those things are good fundamentals of the game. But what happens in the game of Valorant, especially ranked, is that no one actually cares. 99% of the people don't care, they don't try, and those things like buying an op and lurking and playing the man advantage, those things will get so much value because people dry peek and people sprint and rotate through CT spawn with their knife out, right? So you can get a lot of value out of that. So again, you can become, a better player or smarter at the game by getting this coaching, but it depends on what you want to do. If you're going to be a casual player from the rank of Iron to like Diamond and you just want to get better at the game, there's nothing wrong with getting this coaching. But if you want to elevate your game and maybe you want to become Immortal or Radiant, or maybe you want to start competing, or maybe you want to step into the aspiring professional scene/community, this isn't your guy. So again, as long as you educate yourself and you understand that that is a fact, you're okay. The next thing I'm going to get into, or the next person I want to talk about is someone named Joel's. I don't really know either of these guys too well. Again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to slight anybody. I'm being completely honest and, in my opinion, fair. So, as you see here, he is charging $150 an hour for coaching. He has a plan, $400 for 2 hours. It's a 3-lesson plan. In comparison, I had a 4-lesson plan for $120 back in the day. So again, this is another person who has a big Twitch stream. He has a big following. He has a big YouTube page. He has to make sure that he is getting the value out of the time that he is investing into coaching. He needs to make sure that he's getting good money for that, because if he's not, he could have just made a YouTube video. He could have just went live, right? So understand that that's really where the prices are being based off of, okay? It's not anything like that. It's more of a status thing. Again, everyone starts somewhere, and I was there at one point where, again, I charged $15 an hour. This guy is running 1,000% higher rates than what I did when I started. Again, he isn't just starting, and, I'm doing kind of like an unfair comparison. But again, even if I get to where I was at the very end of my coaching, which was $40 an hour, he's still running, over 400% of what I charge. And again, we're going to go to this achievement area. He is a 2-time Radiant, so I believe there have been there's been 4 episodes with 12. I think there's been 15 chances, 16 including beta, that you could have been Radiant. He's only been Radiant twice, and again, I've never seen this guy in a lobby. I've never talked to him, and I just realized that my camera's in the way as well. Let me move this over just real quick here so you can see what I'm talking about. Where's the achievement section? Hold on, I lost it. Okay, oh, here we go. View all. Can you see that now? Perfect. So he has 2 times Radiant and he has semi-professional CSGO. Um, I I don't know Joel's from CS:GO, but I do know a good amount of people from CS:GO. I played the game myself. I wasn't a semi-pro and I wasn't a pro, but I can personally confirm that this player was not a semi-pro in CS. And I feel like that's just a wishy-washy word that people throw around nowadays, semi-pro and pro, and it just tricks or baits people into, trusting them or believing in them without doing the research. If you go on HLTV and you type in Joel's, nothing comes up. Maybe he was under a different alias. I'm not 100% sure. But again, you can't get mad at these guys for charging super high rates and making a bunch of money because there's a market for it. There are consumers, there are people looking to get coaching. So they're going to take advantage of that. Someone I do want to highlight is Ban. He plays for a professional Valorant team called Knights. His rates are very, very, very fair and very affordable. He does VOD reviews at $30 and he does live sessions at $60. So he has played on Knights and Luminosity, and he kind of goes into detail about how he started in this game, how he started playing. This is someone that you want to buy coaching off of, in my humble opinion. This is a guy you want to buy coaching off of. Okay, this is the guy that you want to buy coaching off of. Okay, he has played in the main event of a VCT. He was an insane player in that VCT. Before he started on Knights and on Luminosity, he played in a lot of Tier 2 tourneys, like Knights, like Nerd Street, like Boom TV, and he dominated those as well. And again, as we've covered, he's a pro player. So I'm not saying that coaching is gatekept by pro players or people who have competed at a professional level, but all you need to understand is that there is a market for people who want to get better at the game, and there are different ways to go about it. In my opinion, the biggest problem is the labeling of it. Anyone can call himself a coach, and anyone can sign up on this website. Become an expert. Apply to become an expert. So it looks like you need a username, an email, and a password. And how I believe this website works is that you get vouchers from people. And once you get enough vouchers, you can start selling it or something like that. So again, do your research on who you're giving money to. Understand how to set a goal and how to work towards that goal, and explain it to these people and see if they can help you get to that. Um, that's all it really comes down to. I just wanted to offer my input on it. Everybody has been like really rude and like ignorant on Twitter, talking like a lot of shit. Again, I understand that people who are immortal and diamond and ascendant, they call themselves coaches and they do coaching and they make thousands. You know what I mean? Big deal. If they're helping people and people are giving positive reviews, it is what it is. But it all comes down to the consumer, and that's kind of the advice that I'm trying to give. If you are looking for coaching, read yourself the goal that you have. I want to go pro. I want to hit diamond. I want to get out of gold. Whatever that goal is, look on these websites, whether it's this or pro guides, and find someone who can help you do that. It doesn't have to be a guy with 1,000 viewers where you get to go on his stream and he gets to steal your money, right? And again, I'm not trying to be mean, but that really does what that seems what it is, right? When there are coaching streams like that, that really does seem what it is. I just wanted to offer my input. I appreciate you listening and watching. Please let me know what you think down below. I'm interested on this as I was, a former personal coach. I just want to see what everybody has to think about it and say. I appreciate you. Tdawgg out. Deuces.